What's going on, guys? It's your girl FayWhat, and I am wearing all these rings because I just saw the new Walter Mercado documentary. God, if you were a kid around my age, back in the 90s, you had an abuela, or in my deal, I had my madrina, Mom Hilda, rest in peace. That if Walter Mercado was about to be on TV, everybody had to stay quiet. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Ahí viene Capricornio, ahí viene Sagitario, ahí viene Aries. You would stop because he would be talking to you, and that was the power and the magnetic feel that Walter Mercado had. And he had these amazing capes and jewelry, and he was just so androgynous. And as a girl growing up in New Jersey that knew that she was different, right? To see someone that was on my screen that was so comfortable being themselves meant everything to me. You know, Walter Mercado never says that he's gay, but you just kind of think that he is because of his flamboyance and just his demeanor and stuff. But that's something that he's never spoken about. It was just kind of something that was understood. He broke barriers without even trying. I could remember so many people that are probably super uptight, you know, or just not in that kind of world that would accept Walter Mercado into their lives on a daily basis just to hear what their fortunes were, what their astrological sign for that day was going to lead them to do. You know, I remember when it was almost time for the yearly one, and I think he would get that out like in November or something like that, and people would just be frantic about finding out what the new year would bring them according to Walter Mercado. And one of the beautiful things about him and the documentary was that all the times that he would give you your sign, he would never say anything negative. It was always positivity. Always. And that was just so warm, and just and he just made it seem so effortless, but he also just did it in a way that was entertaining. And so the documentary was awesome. You've got to go check it out. It takes you through his life and times, from starting out in Puerto Rico and then all the way to 2006, when he lost the rights to his namesake, to his image, to his likeness, because of a bad manager, a dick. Okay, this guy, Bacula, was just, I'm sorry, I have to say, he was just a conniving little, I'm trying my best to not use bad words these days. So you fill in the blank as to what you think he was. And him fighting to get his rights back. And I don't want to give too much away. There's a bunch of cameos in the documentary. A lot of people that we love in the Latino community that loved Walter and are a part of the documentary. You know, I will say that he did win his rights back to his image and his likeness, but it was never the same. He never, I think that he just didn't want to grow old in front of the camera, maybe because of his vanity. And I know how that is. But, you know, a couple months after they finished taping the documentary, Walter Mercado passed away. And I think it's just a triumph, just a wonderful legacy to show us behind the scenes in Walter Mercado's world. And you know, he also introduces us to Willie Acosta, which is his personal assistant, let's just say. It seems like it was his partner because he worked for him for 50 years. Well, after watching the documentary, this person thinks that they were not together, that it was just a working relationship, but something that could not be explained in text. It's just a beautiful relationship that they had. And even to this day, I started stalking Willie Acosta, because that's what you do, right? And all his posts and everything are all positive, and they're all about Walter. And I love that. I had the honor and the blessing of interviewing Walter Mercado in New York years back. And I was so ready to just get him under the belt, just tell him, ask him those questions that probably everybody is always thinking about his sexuality, about why, you know, if he was gay, why wouldn't he come out and represent all of us in the LGBTQ community, and just you know, as reporters do, we try to find that question that nobody else has asked. And I have to say that after being in his presence for a couple of minutes, I couldn't. I kind of turned into this puddle of water because I was just so overwhelmed by his warmth, his beauty, his comfort, his light. And I could not do anything or say anything to make this man, for his light to dim, or for me to make him feel bad. I felt like it would be like a travesty. Like if I was just, you know, being in his presence was being in the presence of royalty, so to speak. And as, you know, I remember being that Latina girl, and just, he made me feel special, and he made so many people feel special that when I interviewed him, I could not go below the belt. And now I'm glad I didn't, you know. I am a huge fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, and right now they're in All-Star Phase. And Alexis Mateo is one of my favorite drag queens. Hey, Alexis. And for the Snatch Game, she dressed up as Walter Mercado. How perfect was it? But she had it down pat. She had the blonde, beautiful wig, and she had this illustrious cape, and she had all the rings, and she had the hand gestures, because when you say certain Aries, you know, y Capricornio, te vas a encontrar un marido con los dedos gordos, you know, and he was just, but she had it down pat. She had it down pat, and she was robbed. She did not win Snatch Game. I think she should have won Snatch Game. Recount, I must say. But it was a beautiful tribute, just like the documentary was an amazing tribute. Go watch it on Netflix. It's on right now. You will love it. It is called Con Mucho Mucho Amor. It's called Mucho Mucho Amor, The Legend of Walter Mercado. And I loved what somebody had said. Walter Mercado was always a star, but after his passing, he became a constellation. And I think that's wonderful. He believed in reincarnation. And I, for one, sure hope so, that it's true and that he is back with us, because right now, especially during these times, we need that positivity that Walter Mercado represented just by breathing. We need it. So with that, his line used to be, el amor es el razón de todo. Y que reciban de mí paz, mucha paz, pero sobre todo, mucho, mucho amor. I love that. I love that. Go watch the documentary today. You will love it. You will not be mad that we sent you to watch it. I will not give more away because Side Voice will get super mad. But go check it out today. Huge fan, even bigger fan now. You have to understand that he did these things, and they were simply awesome. Go check it out today. Let us know what you thought about it in the comment section of the YouTube video, or you can also reach out to us on IG or Facebook. We love to hear from you. Make sure that you subscribe to our videos to watch more of them, and let your friends know. Share our YouTube posts just so others can get the videos as well. So as always, thank you for giving me a platform to be me. I so appreciate each and every one of you. And on behalf of Side Voice and myself, just here to remind you, kindness is cool. Take care of each other. We are in this together, and I will catch you guys next time on FayWhat. Love you guys.